What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Punk Rock Radar. This is episode number 11 of the Fat Wreck Bracket, determining the best album. I am joined, as always, by Hudson Valley hardcore legend Mr. Lewis, and from DyingScene.com, Dylan, aka Screeching Bottle Rocket. If it's your first time here, we've randomly generated 2 brackets, so 16 total albums, and we're going to discuss them briefly. And in order for an album to move on to the next round, it needs 2 out of our 3 votes, and we will be consulting our Discord if we get stuck. So with that said, guys, let's get this rolling. We're going to try and do 2 episodes today, so no time for a long introduction. Up first, we've got High Standard, Angry Fist, going against Sick of It All, Call to Arms. Lewis, as the biggest Sick of It All fan here, I'll give this one to you first. Well, which one do you think out of these 2 fine records?
I wish you wouldn't say things like that, because if this is people's first show, they're going to think it's true. But in the battle of upper extremities, in the Call to the Arms versus the Angry Fist, I'm going to have to go with High Standard, and Sick of It All is going to go for like 0 for 4 so far in our bracket, in my opinion. This High Standard record's pretty fun. I enjoyed it. The Sick of It All is just kind of a Sick of It All record for me, guys. I'm sorry, just not my thing. So what do you guys think?
Dylan, you first.
This is a W for Japan. We're gonna move High Standard on. This is my second favorite High Standard album after Making the Road, and I also don't like Sick of It All.
Yeah, it's weird that, like, you know, I've been listening to Fat bands now for like 25 years, and this was like really the first time I ever sat down and listened to an entire High Standard record. And I thought it was pretty good. It was much better than I expected. And to this day, I've still not listened to an entire Sick of It All record. So we'll move on to matchup number 2. This was a tough one for me, and it was a tough one. The Discord's pretty split here as well. Tony Sly, 12-song program against Useless ID, The State is Burning. Dylan, you're up for this one first. What's it going to be?
Another international W here for Israel, Useless ID. I really like this album a lot. I think it's maybe their best, definitely one of their best. I think it's like a massive upgrade over Symptoms, which was the previous record.
All right, Lewis, what do you think?
We're going to give that W to Useless ID as well. I mean, Tony Sly is going to have, I'm not doing, metagaming? It has nothing really to do with that, but Tony Sly has a lot of representation in these brackets. He's going to be around. But yeah, I mean, this is a pretty good Useless ID record. It's going to get my vote.
Yeah, I'm glad you guys made the decision, because I really like both of these albums. If you ever need a good cry, this Tony Sly record is it for you. But this Useless ID record is amazing. I had said in the other video that if it got eliminated somewhere, I would probably save it, because it's incredibly underrated. And yeah, my vote would probably go there, but I wasn't feeling too great about it. The Discord was completely split. It was 50-50 on these 2. So
I want to say the shortest peer, probably like top 3 song written by Tony Sly, I want to say.
And covered by NoFX, right? Did they cover that one? I think so.
Yes, they did. Via Munich is also great. The first 3 songs on the album are all great.
It's a great, I mean, we've been shitting on acoustic albums, and it's kind of deserved, because I didn't expect like 40 acoustic albums in this bracket, but this is one of the good ones, one of the few good ones. All right. Matchup number 3, we've got Western Addiction, Cognicide against Bad Cop, Not Sorry. I'll go first here. The Western Addiction record we had in the last episode, Tremulous, I was saying I was really, feeling it, but it got eliminated. I forget who it went up against, but it was a tough matchup. and I think this is my least favorite of the Bad Cop albums we've had so far. So I'm going to vote for Western Addictions, Cognicide, and Lewis, what do you think?
Yeah, no question. I mean, no offense to Bad Cop, but this one didn't really speak to me. Western Addiction, I've really never heard this record before, or them in general. I've been enjoying both these records. I'm going to give that one my vote.
All right.
I am addicted to the West, and I'm voting for Western Addiction.
So this is an upset. The Discord, not only did they have the Bad Cop blowing this out, but 40% also had it advancing to the final. So our first upset is...
It's okay to be wrong sometimes, Discord.
It's okay.
All right, so last first round matchup of this side of the bracket, there's another one right after this, is the Swingin' Utters, like at least their 8th record we've done so far. Dead Flowers, Bottles, Bluegrass, and Bones against the Dickies. I think their only record on Fat, All This, and Puppet Stew. Dylan, you're up here. Which one's it going to be?
I'm going with the Dickies. I think this is like, they have a shitload of albums, but this is the only one that I've listened to the whole record. Aside from the Killer Clowns EP. But yeah, I like the Dickies record.
All right, Lewis, any strong thoughts on either of these albums?
Yeah, I mean, I thought the Dickies record was okay, but this is like my second favorite Swingin' Utters record. I really like this one. So, yeah, I'm going to vote Swingin' Utters, John, so it's going to come down to you.
All right, finally. So a little story about this Dickies album. I was at Albany, Last Vestige. They had this Dickies record, and this was maybe 2007 or 2008, and it was the gold Fat copy, and that was the only reason I bought it. And I remember like I brought it home, and I was like, I'm just gonna flip this, and I ended up really liking it. And I didn't flip it for like a week after because I was listening to it so much.
A week.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Dickies. I'm gonna metagame slightly. We have enough of the Swingin' Utters. I do like this album quite a bit, but I don't know. The more we listen to the Swingin' Utters, the more I start to gravitate towards the newer stuff. So I'm okay with knocking it out here. It was close on Discord too. It was like, actually no, it was 66%. But either way,
what is the gold record go for? I have no idea.
Back then, I think I got $200. I paid $12 for it. It was like probably my best flip of all time. But I mean, truthfully, Dylan is the flipper out of us.
What? No, what are you talking about? I don't sell shit. Cancel that guy.
All right. So, guys, let's narrow this down to 2 albums. Lewis, which 2 are you looking at here to move on?
It's pretty much a toss-up for me, but I think I like the Western Addiction a little bit more than the High Standard record. So I'm going with Western Addiction, Cognicide.
All right. Dylan, what do you think on the top?
Japan. I'm a weeb. Japan.
Let me see what the Discord did. Damn. All right. 70% of people are on board with High Standard. So let's do that.
Yeah.
I'll be to be completely honest, I was not super familiar with either of these, so I've no problem here defaulting to the Discord. So we're gonna have High Standard moving on, and then in the bottom, Dylan, we've got Useless ID, State is Burning against the Dickies. What's it gonna be?
Israel. Useless ID gets the W for me.
Useless ID. And Lewis, what do you think?
Yeah, I have to pick the Useless ID. I think I do like it more, but, I can't pick the one I didn't pick in the previous bracket. So Useless ID is getting the W.
Yeah, right. We Don't Want the Airwaves is better than any song on the Dickies record.
All right, so moving on to the next round, High Standard, Angry Fist, and Useless ID. State is Burning, but just stay tuned. We're going to mix up the board and come back with 4 more matchups, sorry. So yeah, stay tuned. We'll be right back.
When was the last time I felt
right, so board is shuffled. We've got 4 more matchups here. So let's get into it. Up first, we've got Direct Hits, Wasted Mind, going against Dillinger 4's Civil War. Lewis, you're up first here. I think you got me into Dillinger 4, so curious what you have to say about these two. What do you think?
Well, I never heard the Direct Hit record, and like my opinion didn't change, I guess. So it's gonna have to be the Dillinger 4. I like Civil War a lot. I like Dillinger 4 in general. I think this album rocks. I don't think really Direct Hit really stands a chance up to this record. So yeah, interested to hear what you guys think, but this album kills it.
Yeah, I've never spoken to Dylan about Dillinger 4 as far as I know. So Dylan, what do you think?
They have a song named after my third favorite city in Florida on here. Yeah, it's like Dillinger 4 versus Dillinger 4 Jr., I feel like. And Dad gets the W here.
I don't know if I agree with that. Dylan, have you ever thought about going by Dylan Jer 4?
Oh, that's
no,
good.
because that's the wrong way to spell Dylan.
I don't know if I agree that. I don't think Direct Hit sounds anything like Dillinger 4. But
I don't think so either, but I wanted to let him have his little moment there.
All right. Yeah, I love Civil War. I like listening to it this last week again, just like kind of revived it for me. It's a great album, but this one isn't even close.
Let's hit it like we mean it, and it feels like summer in October.
Up next, we've got Get Dead. Honesty Lives Elsewhere against High Standard, Growing Up. Dylan, is this your favorite High Standard? You just said it, but I don't remember which one you mentioned.
Making the Road.
Okay.
My favorite High Standard album. Yeah, man, I really don't get Dead still. I don't get it. I think these guys fucking suck, to be completely honest. So yeah, High Standard. High Standard again.
I mean, I don't think they suck. I think the other album on the other side is pretty good. This one is, I never heard it before. Just to be completely transparent again, first time for me listening to both of these albums was this past week. I found myself skipping songs on Get Dead a lot more frequently than the High Standard one. So with that said, I'll go with Dylan. We'll go High Standard, Growing Up. Lewis, any issues with that?
No, I mean, that's pretty much the way I feel. I'm in the same camp as you. I had heard neither of these records. I maybe could have been a toss-up, but I think I probably like the High Standard slightly more. So, yeah, I'm fine with that.
All right, matchup number 3. We've got Me First and the Gimme Gimme's Have a Ball against Get Dead, Dancing with a Curse. And I remember like this album came out the year I started the Instagram account. And I remember, I'm talking about Dancing with a Curse. The account's not been around since the 90s. But I remember a lot of people had this record as their best of the year on their like top 5, top 10. And I remember like the first time I heard it, I was like, I was kind of feeling the way Dylan is feeling. But like the more I listened, the more I thought it was average. So I don't want to hate on Get Dead. I think it's a pretty good album, but I'm going to cast my vote here for the Me First album. I think it's the first time I voted for a Me First. But I like this one. I like Have a Ball. So I'm going there. Lewis, what do you think?
I've voted pretty regularly for a lot of the Me First records, so I am happy that I get to be part of one that gives it a W, because I really like this Me First record. Pretty lukewarm feelings about Get Dead. You could tell we are not a Get Dead support podcast, but good on them. Keep at it.
They've gotten better. They've gotten progressively better. And Dylan, I'm assuming you don't have any issues.
Nah, this is the definitive Me First album. The Get Dead album is their first that's like passable for me. I could probably listen to most of it.
You're more of a co-defendants guy, right?
Oh, of course.
She'll see I'm not so tough just because I'm in love with
All right. Last matchup of the bracket. I feel like Dylan and I might come to heads if Lewis doesn't step in on this one. We've got Pears, Green Star against Good Riddance, Forgotten Country. Dylan, this one's going to you first, even though I'm pretty sure I know where you're going. What's your vote going to be?
This is gonna look bad because I had a song off the Good Riddance album, my top 10 Good Riddance songs, but the Pears record is pretty badass. I forget what video it was that Pears was involved in. Maybe it was a previous one of these episodes. Inspired me to go back and listen to Pears' other albums after the Go to Prison. And this album is badass. I don't know why I didn't listen to this when it came out. But yeah, I feel like this is even better than Go to Prison.
Yeah, 100%. All right. Well, okay. So I guess I don't have to fight you too much. But Lewis, what is your vote going to be?
I want to hear what your vote is. You're going Pears?
I love this Pears album. I really do. And
All right.
we're going to get destroyed. So if you have something to say about this Good Riddance that's positive, now is the time.
Well, I didn't love this Pears record. Like, I think it's okay. I mean, they don't really connect with me. I know you guys really like them, but yeah, I would have voted for Good Riddance, Forgotten Country. I don't think it's the best Good Riddance record by a country mile, but it's still a record I would listen to before Green Star and this blasphemy on the cover album, but the album cover. But no, it's like I don't really get I don't get Pears that much, but that's fine. I'm good with it.
Where's my fear? I wanted to save you. I haven't the strength to save us both.
Man, I think Pears is like, of the bands Fat has signed, I don't have a list of them. Well, I do have a list because we're doing this, but I don't have it in front of me. I think they're probably the best of the newer signings. I really enjoy them, especially the latest album with Zero Wheels. But yeah, it's going to be Pears.
We'll call out a few good songs on Good Riddance album. Flies First Class, All Fall Down, United Cigar, Decoy, Wrong Again, Mother Superior.
12-Year Circus. 12-Year Circus.
At 12-Year Circus.
All right.
Is that about I didn't pay attention in history, but the president who had 3 terms? I don't know.
No, FDR served 3.5 terms.
Okay.
Till he
I thought it
died.
was about FDR. Anyway.
So the Discord was almost unanimous with Good Riddance, so we're going to hear about that. Everything else looks in order, from what I'm seeing.
I like to be the voice of the people for once, because they often hate me when I don't pick No Use. So this is good.
Yeah,
So we got Pears, Me First, High Standard, and who else?
Dillinger 4.
Dillinger 4, yeah.
Oh,
They're not moving. No one's moving on yet. We have head-to-heads right now. So.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, yeah.
I'll just go. My votes are going to be Dillinger 4 and Pears. I'll put it out there. What do you guys think?
Dillinger 4 for me. I will back the Pears over this High Standard record because at least I had heard the Pears record before. So I will give my vote to Pears as well.
Unanimous.
There we go. All right, guys. So that is going to do it for this, right? We're done? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that's going to do it for this episode. We're going to do another one right after this, and then we're going to figure out episodes 13 and 14. So make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you like the video, comment how badly we did. If you want us to say a few words for Good Riddance, Forgotten Country, we'll do that in the next video. Just let us know. But that's going to do it. As always, thanks for watching. We'll see you all next time.